All right, Shalom, Shalom, it's the brother Yahweh Shapat. Hey, back at you with another street teaching through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Alahayanawa, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well in these scriptures. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. You know, Shalom to you few brothers and you few sisters who are listening and learning. You know, it's a good pie day to come out here and do the work. And I'm gonna get straight to it, man. Hey, all hell is getting ready to break loose in this place. And the stages are pretty much already set. You know, I'm gonna get into Second Ezra's, the 15th chapter. This is Second Ezra's 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And so the Lord sanctions us to speak, man. He puts the spirit on us, and then that's when we speak. But you know, it's gonna come to a point in time where, hey man, the Lord gonna shut that off, man. You know, he gonna close our mouths. So I'm gonna jump to Ezekiel. Yeah, man, famine of the word is gonna happen because the Lord is gonna put the spirit on the men of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah to stop teaching. And of course, you know, you got the word being attacked by Satan every day, day in and day out. Videos getting removed, channels getting removed, you know, flagging brothers' channels, you know what I'm saying, just for simply speaking this truth. So Amos 8 and 11 is gonna come, you know, into full effect very, very soon. You know, and one way that's gonna happen is the Lord gonna put the spirit on us to quit rebuking you hard-headed ass niggas, man. Because you can rebuke and rebuke and rebuke, but hey, once the elect sealed, the Lord ain't got no use for us. It's no use in us continuing to teach. So when the elect sealed, that's when you gonna see the men of the Lord, hey man, be taken out of the way, man, so to speak. Because we only out here for the elect, you know, and you gotta push that because, hey, the Lord didn't set us up to wake up black people. First of all, what the hell is a black person? What is an African American? Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah ain't dealing with that, man. And he ain't dealing with the names of God and Jesus Christ either. You know? Hey, the Lord set us up to wake up the elect of the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? From all of the tribes, man. You know, you got the 144,000, you got the 1/3, which make up the elect as a whole. You know, the 1/3 being the men, women, and children who are allotted to be saved. The 144,000 are the prophets. And then you got, you know, you got the great multitude, man, who are scattered across, you know, the four corners of the earth, hey, that are gonna be delivered as well. But make it a little easier on myself and pull my phone out. I wanted to get Ezekiel 3:26. I got a lot of topics that I want to speak on, you know, and one of them in particular just being the trouble and tribulation that's getting ready to be, take place. You know what I'm saying? You know, eventually, when all hell breaks loose, society is gonna crumble. You're gonna have people stealing from each other, killing each other. But you got that going on now on a low level, but imagine when it ain't no police for you to call. Imagine when, you know, hey man, there's a famine. Ain't no food in these grocery stores. Ain't no water for you to get. You know, people are gonna lose their shit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are gonna turn to cannibalism. You know, they show you that in certain movies. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I like to quote what the Joker said in one of them Batman movies. He said, you know, when society crumbles, basically something along the lines of when society crumbles, these people are gonna show their true colors. You know, hey man, you're gonna see it ain't gonna be no peace. You know, it's only gonna be a chaos, man. And during chaos, you're gonna see people act differently. You know, it ain't gonna be no more civilized anything. That's what I was looking for. That's the word I was looking for. But this is Ezekiel 3:26. And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shalt not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. But when I speak with thee, I will open thy mouth, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, he that heareth, let him hear, and he that forbeareth, let him forbear, for they are a rebellious house. So when we do come out here and speak, man, we know the Lord only dealing with the elect, but the Lord tells us to, teach whether you will hear or forbear. That's why when we speak we speak prophecy, we say, hey, well, if you can receive it. Like for instance, speaking on reincarnation, a lot of people stumble at the idea of reincarnation, but that's biblical. I love to bring this out. Yahweh Shah was Melchizedek. He was Isaac. He was King Solomon. Oh, and Yahweh Shah was also Adam. You know what I'm saying? So Yahweh Shah has been reincarnated many times, and we're reincarnated again, and we're back in our lot as the prophets. You get that book of Revelation. Bear with me, I can about the shop. Hey, Elon Musk, he just implanted the first brain chip into a human. You know what I'm saying? So the MOTB is moving along, man, and that's your pop. Because we know that's one of the main prophecies that gotta pop off before we get the hell up out of here. And for you wicked ass jakes, man, the chariots is either gonna deliver you or destroy your ass. Either that or you gonna get caught up by the missiles. Because the Lord is gonna have the chariots do some of that rebuking. You know what I'm saying? So, a woman I was dealing with had a dream, and she basically saw, the chaos that was taking place. She was, saying how, she was in a house and you had, she said it was a Jake. What she saw was a Jake and the Edomite, trying to get into her house. And she not sure if they were like of the other nations or what, or if it was an Israelite man. But, howbeit, what she saw in the dream was somebody trying to get into her house. You know what I'm saying? With guns, And pretty much, man, that's what's gonna happen, man. You're gonna have people arming themselves, robbing their neighbors. And the scriptures speak of these things. When all hell breaks loose, it's gonna be, unbearable if the Lord ain't dealing with you. If Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua ain't dealing with you, and if you don't have this knowledge. Because stability, it starts mentally, man, or spiritually. And if you went to Islam, if you went to Christianity, if you went to any of these false doctrines, you're not gonna be stable. You're not gonna know what the hell is going on. You gotta think some of Yohana's followers, they actually feel like the Christianity is the MOTB, and that it's an embargo, and you got him actually telling them that it's okay to take the seat here. So a lot of you guys, man, that are in these other camps, you're gonna be shit out of luck, when all hell actually break loose, because you're not gonna know what to really do. But if you've been following the elders and apostles of GMS and the brothers of GMS, you got a good chance that you're gonna be mentally stable due to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that you've received through these men, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. But a lot of these other camps, they not preparing their congregation for what's to take place. They not preparing them spiritually. Hey, by teaching them the word the right way, This is 1 Corinthians 14:32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So if you was a prophet, man, aforetime, and you came back into your lot this time, man, just like, I believe I was listening to the apostles and they were talking about Prince, how they believe he was Beethoven. You know what I'm saying? Hey, coming back in the spirit, which you know, hey, if you were meant to be a musician, to entertain, that's what you gonna do. But if you were meant to teach this word, that's what you gonna do. Hey, that's why brothers came out of all walks of life, man. Whatever the hell we thought we was gonna be, we thought wrong. And the Lord snatched us up out of the world and put us back into our lot, you know? Hey, because somebody gotta teach this word. Everybody can't be a rapper and an actor or actress and a singer. You know, those people who are, you know, who actually became that, hey man, that's them going back into their lot. Hey, and if you came back on this side being wicked as hell, that was your lot, man. That's your lot. You are gonna fall into the lot of a 2/3. But if you are allotted to be saved, man, if you're the righteous, you're gonna fall back into that lot. You know? Hey man, and all you women out there who love to be tattooed up, you know what I'm saying? And you going the hell off. You know, and brothers out there, man, if you see a woman, you know, with a whole bunch of tramp stamps on her, that's a clear indication that she wicked as hell, and you probably want to avoid that. You know? You know, you can't hey, just because you know the names, just because you know, and I told this, you know, this woman I was dealing with, I told her that just because you have a dream, that don't mean you're gonna be saved. And hey, just because you with a man of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, that don't mean you're gonna be saved, man. Because if you with a man of the Lord and you just continually, you continually being wicked as hell, you being evil toward that brother that you with, man, your ass gonna be put to death, and he gonna be delivered, and he gonna have other women put in your place. Hey, by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you know, getting tattoos is a sin. It's wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? The law, statutes, and commandments go into how you're not supposed to put any markings or cuttings in your flesh. That's if you're an Israelite. Now, if you're of the other nations, the law, statutes, and commandments don't apply to you anyway. We're not out here to teach the other nations the law, statutes, and commandments. Not right now. But when the Lord, you know, comes back and establishes the kingdom, everybody gonna be going by the standards of the nation of Israel, which is the law, statutes, and commandments that he gave to us. The other nations ain't gonna have no choice but to get in order, man. And hey, that's what these heathens need. And hey, man, I seen some, I believe it was an East Indian. I'm sure it was one of them. It was one of them Elamites eating a fucking horse head, man. And you know, it ain't funny, man, but you know, they need subjugation, because you ain't gonna be eating no goddamn horse head in the kingdom, Salaki, in the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, some of that foul shit that they do, hey man, we catch you doing that, man, you might get put to death for it in our kingdom. You know what I'm saying? But you know, man, you gotta look at the other nations, man. They not fit to rule, man. The Lord made us fit to rule. You know, hey, with the nation of Israel, starting first and foremost with the hopeful elect. That's who the Lord is dealing with. He ain't dealing with all of Israel, man. So you got to get that out of your heads. You know, you guys that come from these novice camps, the Lord ain't dealing with all Israel, because, you know, you can see that. Some dudes got dreadlocks. You know what I'm saying? You know, they in the congregation committing adultery with each other's wives. You got all types of madness going on in these other camps. You know, if you say you have hair like I got hair, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't let it get too long, though. I wouldn't let it get out of order. But that being said, man, it's a part of our customs to have hair, braids. Hey, the Lord said, "Let Judah's hands be a help unto him." You know, you had Jake back during the time of slavery. They would actually put certain cornrows in each other's head as a map. You know, so it ain't our customs to have dreadlocks, man. That's a heathen custom. Actually, that's an Elamite custom. You know, dreadlocks are actually called Shiva Jatas. If you go into the origin of dreadlocks, it's an East India custom. You know, so, you know, Hebrew Israelites didn't wear dreadlocks. We wore, you know, different kinds of plaits or braids. You know, when you go into that word lock in the scriptures, The Hebrew word is maklaf. I believe it's maklafa. You know, it goes into a plait or a braid. That's what we considered locks. We didn't have fucking dreadlocks, man. So you niggas in these other camps with your hair all the way down your goddamn back, man. Hey, you know, that's feminine as hell. You know, you gotta think. If somebody gotta look at you and look twice at you to see if you a man or a woman, then you probably need to cut your hair. You know? You know what I'm saying? But hey man, it ain't nothing wrong with you keeping a fro or keeping some hair, long as you don't get out, you know, long as it don't get out of control. Now, you know, the apostles, they put out certain decrees that, you know, you shouldn't have long hair. You know, I follow GMS. I'm not a part of GMS, but if I was, man, you know, and I got told, hey, brother, you need to cut your hair, man, I'll cut this shit off. To hell with it. You know what I'm saying? Because the beauty of a man is not in your hair and your looks, it's in your strength. And as a young man, you know, you ought to be, hey, bodily exercise doth profit but a little, you know, but it does profit. You know, it's nothing wrong. Hey, man, it's wealthy to be healthy, man. The scriptures tell you that as well, you know. Bear with me, I can't bother the shop. Yeah, man, hey, Elon Musk got that chip. That C-hip, he got that C-hip ready to go. So, man, hey, I'm going to pray, man, and keep praying that Revelation 13 and 16 comes to pass as quickly as possible, because we ready to get the hell up out of here, man. You know, Jake's sick of this shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a day go by that we not sick of it, you know, but we endure. Hey, for Yahweh-Shai's sake, man, you know what I'm saying, and for the sake of the brotherhood of the body, you know, we endure these afflictions, you know, because even though we catch a hell, man, you know, if you think you going through something, you think, God damn, it's bad, the Lord kicking my ass, man, just always remember that you're not even being punished according to your iniquity. So whatever the Lord does put upon us, we definitely have to take it cheerfully, because hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua ain't giving us nothing that we can't handle. And, you know, we not even catching the hell that we deserve to catch. You know, so the Lord, even when we catch a hell, the Lord is having mercy on us doing that. You know, so we just got to remember, man, you know, hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gonna, you know, rebuke us and chasten us if he loves us. And he does. You know? And you gotta endure that chastisement. It don't feel good, but it's a necessary evil for us to become who we need to be. You know, I read a quote earlier that said, you know, most men need to be put through something. You know, most men need to be put through something that's really, really harsh for them to become who they need to be, or for them to rise out of whatever, you know, for them to rise out of whatever slump that they in. Because a lot of the times, man, it be, you know, you being your own worst enemy, especially in this truth. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got to constantly examine ourselves and critique ourselves and fix that shit accordingly, man. Because this is our time period to do that. That's what grace is for. It's for us to see, you know, hey, the Lord's showing us our weakness and our impurities, and he wants us to fix those so that we can be worthy, hey, of Lord willing, being crowned by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. This is Ecclesiasticus 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. So, man, hey, when you get put down, man, be patient, have faith. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, me personally, I've been looking for a job for the last 2 months. I haven't worked in the last 2 months. You know what I'm saying? I've been, you know, like I said, looking for a job. I haven't found one. You know, hey, but the Lord been letting me, you know, been pretty much, I still got everything I need. I got a roof over my head. I got clothes. I got food. You know what I'm saying? And I got, you know, I got a few things lined up, you know, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushua willing, I'll be back at work soon. But, you know, it's also a time period where I've learned, hey, the Lord gonna have your back, man. If you a man of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, he gonna take care of you, even when you down. Even when everybody else turn their back on you, man, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is gonna be there to make sure you got everything you need. And sometimes, man, the Lord take everything away from you, and it'll just be you and him for a few reasons, you know, because the Lord wants to draw you closer to him, and he wants to increase your faith, you know, because it can happen to anybody. Everybody is literally just a few paychecks away from being homeless or broke, man, you know, especially in this society, you know. But the Lord gonna feed his men. The Lord's men are gonna eat, and he's gonna take care of them regardless, man. All you gotta do is make sure you keep doing the work. Don't ever stop doing the work, you know, because that's what's making you, that's what's keeping you protected in the first place. You know, hey, part of repentance is, you know, getting back under the umbrella of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, rehearsing the righteous acts to the best of your ability, day in and day out, man. Meditating on these scriptures and just trying to get better and better. You know, but the moment you decide this is too much for you, and you go back into the world, hey man, the Lord is not gonna have no pleasure in you. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna be worth a damn, man. You gonna lead the truth to go back into the congregation of the dead, and it ain't shit out there for you but death. You know? But the Lord gonna take care of his men, and the Lord's men are gonna eat, man. And you know, just me going through this, it showed me what I needed to know. You know, which, hey, I've had, you know what I'm saying, you know, certain women I was dealing with helped me out, family members helped me out. You know, when you ain't got nothing, man, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gonna make sure you get, you know, you get what you need, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, whether it be through your mother, or your father, or through your rib, or whatever it may be. You know, the Lord gonna make sure that you know, you straight. And like I said, man, when you ain't got a job and you can't depend on, you know, the work that you can put in to earn money, and you still eating, you still surviving, you still got what you need, man. Hey, that's the Lord increasing your faith. Like, look, man, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I know you ain't working right now. I know you looking for a job. I know what's going on, but you know, the Lord letting you know, like, hey, I got you. You know, because eventually it's gonna come a point in time where we're not working, where this society is going to collapse completely, and we gonna have, all we gonna have is our faith, and we gonna have to have faith that the Lord gonna take care of us in those times. So the little shit that you go through, man, it's just to build you up and toughen you up. You know, like you know, you can't swim, and your older cousin or your father, your big brother, they just push you in the pool one day, and you like, damn, this ain't as bad as I thought it was. I can, you know, I can swim. You know. Hey, the Lord puts you through certain things to toughen you up and strengthen your resolve, because you're going to need that toughness and that hardness and, you know, during the time of Jacob's trouble. You ain't going to have nothing but your faith to depend on. You know, and without faith, it's impossible to please Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So the Lord want to know, just like he tested Job, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua test us as well. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, hey, man, if I take your job away from you, if I take certain things away from you, are you gonna turn on me? You know, are you a fair weather servant? You gotta show the Lord, nah, man, I'm down for you regardless of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put this work in regardless of what's going on. I'm gonna stand stiffly regardless. That's what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is looking for in his men. He looking for you to have a soldier mentality. You know, you have to have a certain level of stoicism embedded in you to you know, hey, to remain in this truth. Because you're gonna always catch hell. You're gonna always, you know, sometimes you're gonna feel like, God damn, man, this shit is tough. But you gotta learn how to process that. The Lord wants to know if you can process that, you know, process being down and out and still serve him. And you know, it's up to you to show the Lord, hey, I'm not a fair weather servant. I'm gonna serve you whether I'm doing good or whether I'm doing bad with the same fire, man. So this is Psalms 119. And rebuke is good, man. Chastisement is good for you, because you might have been, you know, doing something that that's unbecoming of a man of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and it take the Lord sitting you down for you to take time and examine yourself. Because when you working all the damn time, you know, hey man, you know, sometimes that can take away from the work, that can take away from you obtaining this knowledge, which is the principal thing, you know. So man, the Lord will sit you down to have you lose a job, and it's not because he want to see you fail or he want to see you down. It's because the Lord actually wants to draw you closer to him, you know, and that's beautiful, man. And there ain't nothing wrong with that, you know. This is Psalms 119 and 71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. You know, so, hey man, affliction brings you closer to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Because when you afflicted, man, and you going through something, you know, music ain't gonna help you. Your woman ain't gonna help you. The only thing that's gonna help you get out of that slump is to get into this word. You know what I'm saying? And you might have been going off and didn't know it. And the Lord sit you down and you like, damn, I've been fucking up. You know? So it's good to, you know, to take chastisement. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, chastisement can be used as an eye opener, you know? Yep, so in the precept here for Psalms 119 and 71, it takes you to Hebrews 12 and 10, which goes into the chastisement of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. How, man, when you catching hell and you asking yourself why, always remind yourself it's because I'm a son. I'm a son of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. The Lord is my father, Yahushua is my big brother, and they chastising me out of love, man. Because if you look at it any other way, Satan might use that as an opportunity to sift you out of this truth, you know? And that's what you don't want. So let me get that in Hebrews. This is Hebrews 12 and verse 10. For they verily for a few days chastened us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless afterward it yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Hey man, so you know that chastisement that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua puts on you is for, you know, it's for your good. You know what I'm saying? Because when you chastise somebody, you do it out of love, man. Your father chastises you out of love. You know what I'm saying? And how much more the Heavenly Father, the Father of spirits. You know? So, you know, when you catch a hell, man, be glad, man. You know, because I kind of just look at it like how my father told me once, you know, my father in the flesh, he told me once that, you know, he basically told me like, hey man, them niggas that you see out there, that's your age, they do whatever the hell they want to do. They don't get to do whatever the hell they want to do because they're loved. They get to do whatever the hell they want to do because don't nobody give a damn. Because, you know, at one time I was you know, when I was in the world, when I was younger, I used to be on that hood nigga mentality. You know what I'm saying? That you know, that reprobate bullshit, man. That a lot of Jake in the world is on. And, you know, my father always told me, you know, hey, nah, man, that ain't what you gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And it ended up not being what I was gonna do. And, you know, it always stuck with me like, damn, you know what? This man don't want me to die or go to jail. You know what I'm saying? You know, he want me to become something in life. He want me to, you know, use my head, man. You know, and avoid bullshit. You know, because my father, you know, he went through what he went through, and he, you know, his biggest thing was, I don't want you to go through the same shit I went through. You need to learn from my mistakes. You don't need to go out there and make the same mistakes I did to learn. You know, just like how, hey, the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the things that they went through, we use that. You know, the things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. And it's the same thing when you got a parent in the world and they went through certain shit. They go through it so that you don't gotta go through it. You know? But hey, man, that's the point. When Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is chastising you, it's out of love, man. So you gotta remember that, man, and take it cheerfully, knowing that you're getting chastised out of love. You know, the Lord don't give a damn about 2/3 of our people, and they not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is not dealing with all Israel. That's another thing that I need to get on. Another topic. You know, because you got these camps that constantly push, wake up Israel. Wake up Israel, man. No, man. Wake up the elect, man. The elect are the only ones who are going to put on those holy garments, who are going to separate themselves from this world. 2/3 of our people, they love this bullshit, man. They want this shit to continue. Hey, and they going to die here. You know? They not going to make it. You know what I'm saying? Because right now is your time for you to come to repentance, to try and get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Try and keep these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. When all hell breaks loose and the Lord is the elect are sealed, the doors are gonna be shut. You're not gonna be able to get in, man. Hey, and when the elect are sealed, Yahweh Shai, who has the keys, he's gonna lock the door. You ain't gonna be able to get in. You know? So you better get this wisdom and knowledge and understanding while it's available unto you. That's what's important. Not worrying about your worldly ass life that's gonna dissolve with this place. Anything you got here, it ain't gonna last, man. You need to store up treasures for yourself in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt. Roughly paraphrasing that scripture. This bullshit is all gonna fade away, man. It's gonna melt with fervent heat. Bear with me after about the shot. This is 2 Peter 3 and verse 9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness. Hey, so the Lord ain't on our time, man. He don't see and view time as we do, and his ways are above our ways. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long-suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. And I'm going to get a precept to back that up, and then I'm going to come back to 2 Peter's the 3rd chapter. That's that precept I was looking for, man. Bear with me after about the shot. This is Ezekiel 18 and 23. Have I any pleasure at all that the wicked should die? Saith the Lord, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and not that he should return from his ways and live. You know? Hey, man, the Lord ain't got no pleasure in the dead, man. He ain't got no pleasure in putting you to death. He would rather you turn from your ways, you know? But, hey, if you refuse to do that, Or, hey, if you come into this truth and go back into the world, you're going to perish in your iniquity. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is going to be righteous for taking you off the map. This is 2 Peter 3 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. You know? So, man, I'm going to keep reading, because that's going to prove my point. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. You know? Hey, man, should you be worrying about your life 10 years from now? Should you be worrying about building a fucking house and what you gonna be living like 10 years from now, 20 years from now? This place ain't got no damn 10 years left, man. The earth is literally failing. And why? Because of this so-called white man and his evils. You know what I'm saying? He poisons the air. He poisons the water. He poisons the food. Hey, Yahushua said that if he don't shorten the days for the elect's sake, that there will be no flesh left to save. Damn near everything you can consume is poisonous. And the things that aren't poisonous, they mark the price up so damn high that most people can't afford to eat healthy. You know, it was a guy that said, if you eating the GMO strawberries, right, that are sprayed with the pesticides and shit like that, if you blend those strawberries up or juice those strawberries, the concentration of the pesticides is still so high in them that you can actually use the juice from those strawberries to respray crops. That's how much pesticides is in the shit that we eat, man. You gotta buy bottled water just to get decent water. I fucking cannot drink tap water, man. You literally can smell and taste the difference in it. You know, so this man got to be taken out of power for everything to be restored right, man. The earth needs new rulership and new management, because Esau, the so-called white man, via the elites, you know, they're destroying this earth, man. All the foundations of the earth are out of course, you know, due to men like Bill Gates, you know, and other mad scientists like himself. You know what I'm saying? So, man, this place, we got to get the hell up out of here, man. Ain't no way you should be praying for another fucking 10 years in Babylon the Great. You ought to be, like the scriptures say in 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, looking for and hastening to the day of the Lord, man. The longer we stay here, the worse off we gonna be. And that's in the scriptures, man. You know, so, man, yeah, man, the men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, we have no desire to stay here any longer than we have to. This shit is killing us, literally. Breathing the air. You know, eating this food, man. You know, and speaking on how the elements are gonna dissolve with fervent heat. Hey, man, the Lord is getting ready to put the spirit on those other nations to nuke this place. That's what's gonna happen. And it don't matter if you believe that or not, it's gonna happen. It don't matter if you believe UN troops are going to storm this place, it's gonna happen. Martial law will be implemented, man. You know, a lot of people are gonna go into captivity into those concentration camps. You know, the Lord got torment set up for you rebellious ass 2/3, man. You know, imagine Sexy Red on a chariot or fucking Soulja Boy. Them niggas ain't gonna make it. The Lord gonna smoke their ass, and they gonna have to be reincarnated. And when you be and those of you who perish on this side, that's how you're gonna be saved, because the scriptures do tell you that all Israel shall be saved. But 2/3 are not gonna make it on the first go round. You gonna perish, and you know you gonna have to be reincarnated through the elect. You know, and those who are reincarnated, they gonna come back, you know, with that righteous spirit implanted in them. That's the new covenant. The new covenant is us getting those new bodies and never going off again. This is Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. This is talking about the third woe, the third world war. It's going to be fought with those nuclear missiles, and those missiles are going to hit this place. And as the scriptures say, this place is going, all the elements, this place is going to melt with fever and heat, and the elect are going to get to watch from afar on the chariots. Lord willing, I'm Lord willing, I'll make it, man. You know, hey man, of a truth, now is not the time to be slacking, because now is our salvation nearer than when we were, matter of fact, let me try and see if I can get that. Our salvation is near, or rather closer, now than it ever was. Sometimes it's cool to roughly paraphrase, but if I can take the opportunity to just pull the scripture, man, I would rather do that. That's Romans 13:11. And that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and in drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying. But put ye on the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. So man, now is the time for us to just be in the spirit and be focused, to be watchful. Not going to the club, man, looking for chicks. Hey man, if we do what we got to do, man, and Lord willing, we make it through all of what we gonna make it through. We gonna get women, we gonna get riches, all of that, man. But we gotta first seek the kingdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. That's what's most important for the time being. And as you can see, man, hey, all hell is breaking loose all over the world. You know what I'm saying? San Diego was just flooded. What else you got going on, man? You got you got the whole border crisis in Texas, and they putting the eyeball on that. But in all actuality, man, it's even worse in California. And who are they bringing over here? They're bringing over here military-aged men. You're not seeing women and children with them. And what do you think these men are going to be here for? These men are going to be mobilized eventually to be UN troops. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys, man, that they bringing over here, they're former army, they're former soldiers. Or they have connections to acts of terrorism and Lord knows what the hell else, man. So, man, the stage is set, and I'm glad, because I don't have the spirit of fear. I'm ready, man, and that's what the scriptures is telling us to do. Now it is high time to wake out of sleep. Hey, get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding while it is available unto you, because eventually it will not be. So now ain't the time to be bullshitting, man. Speaking for myself first and foremost. Yeah, it's all right to have a drink every now and then or whatever, but should you be drinking every damn day? No. Like I say, hey, speaking for myself first and foremost. I don't really care to drink that much, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, it is good for making you merry at certain times. It's good, to have drink. You know what I'm saying? But everything you do, you just want to make sure that you have a